Occasionally, developers try to revamp classic games.
Get your hands out my pocket.
I'll have 2 number 9s, a number 9 large, a number 6 with extra dip, a number 7, 2 number 45s, 1 with cheese, and a large soda.
Sometimes they mess up.
Oh, hell no!
Here are our picks for the 6 worst video game remasters. This list will include video game remasters that either made players disappointed or downright mad.
My name is Vito Scaletta. I was born in Sicily in 1925.
2010's Mafia 2 was one of the best crime games with a beautiful story. Honestly, it didn't look bad and the game was richly detailed. The Mafia franchise is known for the story and the detailed world. So apparently, the developers thought it was a good idea to take an already great game and make it look better. They messed it up. Mafia 2, Definitive Edition was absolutely abominable. It was riddled with game-breaking bugs and glitches and gamers were pissed off for good reason. The performance was bad and it's overall a really, really bad remaster.
When the greatest combat machine fails, what do we do then? What do I do?
The original Crysis 3 from 2013 looks absolutely breathtaking. Few games were able to graphically match how great it looked. If you have played Crysis 3 before, you know exactly what I'm talking about. From how the environment reacted to explosions and gunfire, to the clean and crisp texture detailing on the weapons, the game looked great. In my opinion, Crysis 3 really did not need a remaster. It was already near perfect looking, but here we are with a remaster. It's a remaster that's basically the same game with minor improvements and a new price. Next up is Grand Theft Auto: The Trilogy Definitive Edition. Where do we start? Grand Theft Auto 3, Vice City, and San Andreas are old games from the early 2000s. They have aged and what they needed was not a remaster with a hefty price. They need remakes. Gamers were justifiably furious. The gameplay was just the same old-age systems that really don't appeal to modern gamers who've played games like GTA 5. Somehow this definitive edition saw the light of day. We hope that Rockstar will learn from this mistake. Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered is another instance of taking an already great-looking and performing game, slightly improving the actual qualities of textures and shadows, and changing the color palette into one that looks artificial and ugly. The original was more than playable, and this remaster's performance was very lackluster. Plus, there were new bugs too. The original Kingdoms of Amalur was a decent fantasy RPG which was flawed in some ways, but it made for an interesting experience. While Kingdoms of Amalur: Re-Reckoning isn't nearly as bad as some of the other entries on this list, it's still a bad remaster. That's because it introduced poor performance and some bugs. The original game doesn't really look bad. Gameplay-wise, it's perfectly playable. I guess it's kind of a trend to remaster already good games just to make new players buy them. This entry definitely will raise some eyebrows, and I understand. I should first make it clear that Dark Souls Remastered is the way to play Dark Souls. The original is in no way as polished as the remaster. There were issues that made the original a frustrating experience. The remaster fixes many of them and adds improved support for PC. The main issue with this remaster is how it looks. It doesn't look nearly as good as a good remaster should look. To be frank, the graphical improvements were really minor, and From Software really should have made it better looking. It's certainly not bad looking, but it doesn't look good either. It would have been such a perfect remaster if they enhanced how the game looks substantially. What are your picks for the worst video game remasters? Let us know in the comments. Be sure to subscribe for more videos.